पश्यमा पाडवप धरणीदा नीलमणि सात सरों की ये कहानी सरे गम पदनि सा नि द प म ग रे सा सरे गम पदनि सा नि द प म ग रे सा गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो.
Hello everybody, my name's Mr. Smart and I teach the string instruments, and here are the string family. This is the violin, this is the viola, which is slightly bigger, this is the cello, which is even bigger with a big spike on the bottom because you get to sit down, and the big granddaddy over in the corner, that's the double bass. Now all instruments make sound in the same way, that's through vibrations, but on the string family the vibrations come from, surprisingly, the strings. There you go, and the strings vibrate down into the bridge, into the instrument, which is hollow. The sound goes round and round and then comes out. Now depending on how you play it, the sound is obviously going to be different. The first way you make a sound on the string instrument is plucking, just using your fingers, and if you just pluck any of the strings, that is the first thing you do, and that is the first sound that you will make. Now eventually, when you get used to the instrument, you'll be using the bow. Now bows are made of two types of material. We have wood, and the other bit which makes the sound is made from horsehair. And when I loosen it and waggle it around like that, you can actually see the horsey tailness of it, but it is perfectly clean, don't worry. It's important to be clean these days. So with the bow, you can make some quite disgusting sounds, and you probably will do at the start, and I still do. Or you can make some quite nice sounds. Or you can sound like something completely different, like a bird. But whatever you choose to do, string instruments are really, really fun, which is why I've been doing it for the last 40 years, which is quite scary. Now, that was the violin. The viola sounds very, very similar, but as I said, it's slightly bigger. Now, the bigger the instrument, the slower the vibrations and the lower the sounds. So if I go do a little quick scale down, that being the lowest note on the viola. Now, if we get even bigger, as I said, the cello has a spike on the bottom, because you have to sit down to play it, because it is so big, is even lower than the viola. Lovely, great big fat wobbly sound that is. And obviously the big granddaddy at the back, I'm not going to move him because he is quite big, goes even lower. And if you're super smart, like one of my students was, you could. There is a one that goes even lower called the octabass, and you can Google that if you like, or I think there's a video on YouTube, but we don't teach that. I think there's only about 8 or 9 in the world. But anyway, this is the string family. Oh. Now the best thing about string instruments is when you start putting them together. The piano is obviously quite a solitary instrument unless you're accompanying something, or you might be in a small group, but string instruments, there is the opportunity and the scope to play duets, trios, quartets, septets, octets, symphony orchestras. The end is listless. It is so much fun. It is my favourite thing to do, which is why I have put together a short piece. It's a string quartet, and it's written by the Danish String Quartet, and it was a piece actually played by a group of St. Chris students who performed it at the Young Musicians of the Golf competition last year. It's called The Droma, and it is arranged by the Danish String Quartet if you are interested. It's on Apple Music and things. Yeah, I'm a big fan, a little bit of a groupie. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, but you get the kind of idea of what it's like to eventually aim for, to get the group together, to get people together and to play music, and that is ultimately what it is all about. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It does get rather quick, so watch the guy that starts rushing. I think he's the one that starts going a bit red in the